What's up, everybody? FTWitachi here. You know what it is. Ya boy. Back at it again, bringing you an updated guide for Hallows, and one of my favorite in-game events for World of Warcraft. It has been revamped a few years back, and every single year since, they've been adding new things as well. Hallows End celebrates the break of the Forsaken from the Scourge. Fun and mischief reign as the Innkeepers of Azeroth give treats and tricks to whomever asks. Basically, it's Azeroth's partaking into Halloween, and again, Halloween, one of my favorite IRL events ever. We're updating our guide because just like most in-game event guides, I have come across an issue to where I have maybe 3 or 4 videos to one guide, because I've been doing updates throughout the years, and then it's like, okay, we just got to condense it into one guide so you guys have one stop shop to go ahead and check out everything to do with the Hallows End. So without making this intro last any longer, let's go. We do have an experience and reputation buff for Hallows End. You're gonna find your Wickerman, whether you are Horde or Alliance. For the Horde, Undercity. For the Alliance, in Stormwind. Wickerman being this big old burning ablaze Wickerman. You'll notice that at its feet, you're gonna find patches of Wickerman ashes. Just go ahead and click on that, and you're gonna get a 2-hour buff. It is called Grim Visage for the Horde, and it is called Unburdened for the Alliance. And basically, all this is going to award you a 10% experience and reputation gain for 2 hours. The experience bonus works only on mob kills, and the reputation bonus works basically on everything. So if you want that experience buff or reputation buff, I strongly suggest just looking at your Wickerman, going to its feet, and you'll find piles of Wickerman ashes to click on, which will give you that buff. Alright, so the first quest that you're probably going to want to pick up is Hallows End Treats for Spooks. It's just basically going to send you to all of your factions' major capital cities, whether you're Horde or Alliance. So let's go ahead and pick this up, and I'll catch you guys at the first NPC. Alright, so we're here at the inn in Orgrimmar. Let's go ahead and pick up the flexing quest. Let's go ahead and type a /flex emote. Turn in the quest, and that is going to give us our Orgrimmar nougat. Don't leave me! Don't leave me! We're still in Orgrimmar here. We're going to do a train emote this time. So /train. Woo, woo. Let's go. Got that Dark Spear gumdrop. And for those of you wondering where we're at, we're still in Orgrimmar, but we're this time in the Valley of Spirits. Next up, we are here at Thunderbluff to go ahead and pick up our third quest. We're gonna go /dance this time around. So a little /dance emote. Turn it in. This one giving us the Thunderbluff Marzipan. And last but not least, here near the banks of Undercity, we got this chicken for the Undercity Mint. Let's go. 4 emotes done, 4 quests completed. Let's get back up there and turn this in. Back with Spooks, turn this in, and again, this is a 1-time per season quest, giving us 10 tricky treats and 86.5 silver. Alright, next up we're going to tackle the few dailies that we have for us. First up is going to be Clean Up Undercity, which we have to use this Arcane Cleanser to remove the stink bombs that the Alliance have decided to plague the city of Undercity with. So let's head on into Undercity, and I'll catch you all there. Alright, we're here in Undercity. Let's go ahead and start cleaning this nasty and absolutely dirty place. Sometimes these things do get bugged, so if you do it once or twice and it doesn't work, well, I strongly suggest you just leave it and go to another one. The fact that Warlocks still can't use their portals here, man, or gateways, it's like, broski, we're 2025, man, get with the times. But that's 4 of them. I'll catch you all back at the turn-in. Alright, we're done cleaning up Undercity. Let's go ahead and tune that in, giving us only 3 tricky treats as well as 6.4 gold. The next daily is Stink Bombs Away. Well, the opposite of cleaning. Well, we're going to stink it up. So, let's go ahead and get on over to Undercity and do what we do best. Throw bombs. And I was about to say something else. Let's stop there. But let's go. Let's stop there. So, 1 key Just go ahead and absolutely spam throw it everywhere. It doesn't have to be on the floor. It can be on the roofs. You can make this a pain. It doesn't matter. You got to get 25 bombs thrown in the Undercity. And just basically turn this place into a stinky, orange, smoky place. I mean, it is quite a long thing, but 25 of them. How long can it actually be? The Alliance bill, by the way, you guys gotta do a better job cleaning. Undercity looks cleaner than this place. Holy shit! But yeah, once we get all 25, we're about halfway done. I will see you at the turn-in. Alright, we have just stunk up Stormwind. So, let's go ahead, get this turned in, giving us a total of 6.4 gold and 2 tricky treats. We got build up is probably the easier one to do. So use the bonfire in front of the Wickerman to go ahead and build up the Wickerman. So let's go ahead and do that. And then of course, building up the Wickerman basically puts these ashes everywhere, which I showed you already. That gives you your 2-hour buff, but you can go ahead and reapply that buff without having to do the daily. But once completed, 1 tricky treat and 4.3.5 gold. The next daily is a little bit of a hassle. You have to go all the way to Stormwind or vice versa. This is going to give you another 4.3.5 gold as well as 3 tricky treats. So let's go ahead and douse that Wickerman outside of Stormwind. Alright, we're here just over Stormwind, but in the front gates is their Wickerman. So let's go ahead and douse this bad boy. And before I start causing a problem out here, let's dip. Alright, we've arrived back. We are here to collect. Let's go. Alrighty, next up is the Shade of the Horseman event. The Shade of the Horseman is harassing some villages across Azeroth. For the Alliance, you got Goldshire, Chronos, and Azure Watch. For the Horde, you got Falconwing Square, Razor Hill, and my favorite, Brill. There's a couple of dailies, but let's go ahead and showcase to you guys that while we are tackling this event. Starting off with Let the Fires Come. Wait. Why can't... You don't meet the requirements, what do you mean? There we go. Let's go ahead and pick this up, and it's basically Stop the Fires. So, event just started. You can see the Headless Horseman doing his thing. Let's go ahead and get these fires out as quickly as possible. I've tried this event twice already. The first time it was me by myself. The second time it was me and maybe 2 other people. And every single time I've been spamming chat for help. You need more than 1 person to be able to do this. One thing that's key, try to tackle the same building with each other. And once you've basically extinguished the flames from that building, they won't reappear. Like, they will never reignite. So that's the good thing. But if you leave fires on a specific building for too long, they will continue to spread and they will continue to reignite. It's not like this event is difficult. It's just you do need a couple of people to be able to tackle this and get this done. So, just giving you all a heads up on that. Speed boosts, gateways, anything, you name it. They're all helpful. But you gotta keep getting the water from that water bucket and tackling it. That building's done. We tackled that pretty quickly. As you can see, that just got reignited. But he doused it out pretty quick. Sometimes you can get more than 1 flame out. But not guaranteed. But I think we definitely got enough people here. With the 3 people, my second attempt, we were pretty much almost there. Throughout the event, it does last for about 5 minutes. The Headless Horseman will be flying above the city, whatever city it is that you're at. And then every so often, he will go ahead and shout some of his special phrases. And they'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea on how much time is left. Or whether you have passed or failed. And it's pretty easy to know if you've passed or failed. So this building is perfectly good to go. So let's go ahead and start tackling the farther sides. As you can see, he is up there. Go ahead and grab a quick speed boost. Definitely, my spamming of chat has attracted people to this event. Because when I first got here, it was empty. And that was not good. Like, I tried to solo it and it did not go well. Okay, so we know we got that off. So that's his second phase, and he is currently in the process of reigniting the buildings. But like I said, the buildings that are... Oh, there you go. You can just see that flame jump right there. The buildings that have been extinguished, he will not reignite. So I'm just giving you all a heads up on that. Strongly suggest tackle one at a time. They will not be able to reignite in the flames. And then now we're just focusing on this main one. This main one's usually the last one up anyways because of how many flames there are. And there's also 2 gateways. I'm assuming I'm the left. Yeah. Let me just get this out. That's 2 going on 1. That should be completely gone. Speed boost. Sometimes too many gateways is a little bit of a problem. Ooh, we're almost done. Left side. Yes! Alright. Alright, there he is. So the quest is completed, but now we're here to wait for a pumpkin after we have slayed the Shade of the Horseman. Go ahead and get my pet out. And this is the whole event. This is what Hallows End was basically known for, is this part. This is like the key thing to do, and this is so fun. Love his voice lines, love everything about him. Definitely one of the coolest characters in the damn game. There is the Smash Pumpkin. Go ahead and pick that one up as well. And let's go ahead and turn in the dailies. Starting off with Stop the Fires, which was the event. Giving you 3 Hallows and Pumpkin treats. You'll get a weighted jack-o'-lantern as well as 23 gold. Smash the Pumpkin. Let's go ahead and get that. That's going to give you a crudely wrapped gift. Again, both of these quests being dailies. Let's go ahead and open up the crudely wrapped gift. Giving us some candy from a handful of treats. Giving us a folded letter, which is kind of a collectible, as well as some Hallows and Pumpkin treats. Alrighty team, so next up we are going to be tackling a quick quest line for a specific companion called the Creepy Crate. It requires Hallows End to be able to tackle this quest line. I've done this on pretty much all of my characters, so I am kind of all out of luck right now on being able to do it again. I do have footage from one of our guides from many, many years ago, so I do apologize in regards to the mic and the audio. But it is still watchable, so if you're interested in getting that Creepy Crate, let's go. So, again, within the innkeeper here, we're going to go ahead and complete the quest. Pick up the next quest, search the cabin of the hired courier's ship at the docks east of Orgrimmar for evidence of what might be delaying him. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we've made it here. The hired courier, either dead or taking a nap. Go ahead and turn in that quest, and next up, follow the spiders to their destination and question the man you find there. Spiders, you said. Ooh, spiders. Alright, well, I already know where this takes us since I've done this before, so I'll catch you guys there. This takes us into the inn.
Yeah, what do you want?
Now we gotta question the boy
Goblin
here.
products are built to blast.
I wonder why this is so loud all of a sudden. This NPC is freakishly loud. I have no clue why, but okay. And if you guys are interested, read the chat about this quest. Again, at the end of this quest line, you will be given a companion pet. Go ahead and turn this in. Next up, make your way to Drawfers and Sons Salvage in Orgrimmar Drag District and look for evidence of the Great Thieves.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Alright, so we've made our way in. They've started some little speech that's going on here. And I believe we're going to be turning it into Delian. So, not 100% sure what's going on here. Change this habit of words.
The eternal sun guides us.
Obtain 2 strange dust, 5 crystal vials, and 5 blood nettles. So we're at the enchanting supplies. We gotta pick up 2 strange dust. What else do we need? Crystal vial and blood nettle. Alchemy supplies. Need 2 crystal vials. Sadly, we gotta purchase a big boy stack. And last but not least, we need blood nettle. And last but not least, you're going to be finding blood nettle as basically herb nodes within the Valley of Wisdom. You'll be able to see that targeted on your map.
go ahead and quickly pick up 5 of these and then head on back. Not 100% sure what they're going to be doing with these right now. It is what it is. Gotta pick it up, and I'll catch you guys there. Alright, so we're back at the Blood
Delana.
We go ahead and continue by turning that in. Disrupt the meeting between Sanath Lemyo and Steve in the ruins of Lordaeron.
Farewell.
So, take the portal from Orgrimmar to Undercity. Let's go. Right, outside of Undercity, up top, in the ruins of Lordaeron, you're going to be finding a random crate with an NPC. Now, this crate is actually going to be your hint on which companion pet you will be given at the end of this questline. We're here with an NPC called Sanath. I have no clue what my abilities do, but I'm glad I was able to one-shot them. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest, and I believe we gotta go back to Orgrimmar, so I'll head over there now.
Time is short.
And we are back at the guy that started it all in Orgrimmar, Edgar
What
Goodwin.
do you require?
Go ahead and continue by turning this in,
Beware the living.
and now a new quest will appear. It is called the Creepy Crate. Once you complete, you'll be given 16,000 experience points or gold, depending on what level you are at, and then the Creepy Crate itself, which is a companion in the game.
Alright, we are here in Legion content. We're here in Val Shara, more specifically here, just south of Blackrook Hold. You'll see that there's a Hag of the Crooked Trait. This is a daily that you can do. You can go ahead and drink from the Hag's Cauldron to accept her curse, and then you'll be able to defeat her sister's restless spirit. You'll be given a Hag's belongings, which can give you some cosmetics. So let's go ahead and tackle this daily. I believe that guy just killed the restless spirit, so we are here gonna have to wait for it to respawn. But while we are here awaiting for a respawn of the restless spirit, I can go ahead and go over some of the collectibles that you can get. All 4 of these being helms, starting off with the hat of the first sister. You can get the hat of the second sister. They're all the exact same, just different colorways. Hat of the third sister, and last but not least, hat of the youngest sister. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for the respawn of the restless spirit, and then I'll go ahead and bring you guys back. There we go. Let's go. Actually, I can summon these. The Eridar twins. Let's go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, and then let's go ahead and take the curse off. Go ahead and turn in this quest. I've already got all the collectibles, but we ended up getting another one anyways. Let's go ahead and delete, and that is it. Alright, the first thing I'm gonna go over is probably something that most people don't even know exists. Hallows End arrives in Draenor. Yes, Warlords of Draenor, an expansion that happened quite a long time ago in the form of garrison decorations. Now, I am here in front of Izzy. Izzy sells specific items for Hallows End, and you need spooky supplies in order to purchase said items. In regards to these items, they are only basically garrison decorations. Players can turn in a daily quest to her, just to give you a heads up. And in regards to these daily quests, your currency will be spooky supplies. Each garrison decoration is going to cost 5 spooky supplies, and this is a bind on account currency. So it has no other use and is bind on account. I'm going to go over all of the items that you can purchase, but spooky supplies can be acquired by completing 4 total daily quests. You pick these quests up in your garrison, and you have to have a level 3 garrison in order to participate. If you do not, you're in the frame of mind that I'm currently showing you this from, and you can only see what's on the vendor. And they basically send you to the west of Sokothar's Rise in Shadowmoon Valley, and it'll take a total of 5 days of questing on one character to get all 5 decorations. Because, 1, there is a total of 4 dailies that you can pick up. 3 of them give you 1, and 1 of them gives you 2, totaling 5 spooky supplies every single day in order to make sure you get all of the items. Starting off with the Ghoulish Guises. Basically applies a decoration package to your garrison. Dress your garrison's guards in festive costumes. So all the guards walking around will be festive to Halloween. Hallows glow. Pumpkins, candles, and other decor are now going to be found at your garrison. You'll also be able to get the Seer's Invitation, invites an Arakoa Seer to your garrison. You'll be able to get the Witch's Brew, a Pandaran brew witch who brings plenty of fresh brew to your garrison. And the fifth and final decoration that you can get is a Creepy Crawlers, a ghoulish box of spectral rats, maggots, and spiders. And then all extra spooky supplies you get, you can go ahead and do a one-on-one trade-off to Tricky Treats, which is the main currency for Hallows End. But again, you can get 5 spooky supplies a day by completing 4 dailies, which can be found here, which I'll show you on my map, just in case you need the exact location. And of course, there's a total of 5 items to collect, giving you 5 total days on one character to make sure you get all of your Warlords of Draenor garrison decorations. And this is the specific spot for you to be for the Horde. And of course, we are in our garrison that is located in Frostfire Ridge. Last but not least, before we leave Warlords of Draenor content behind us, we are here in the garrison on the bottom right hand side. You'll notice that there is a spooky Pepe on a tombstone. If you go ahead and right click it, you'll get a 60-minute buff. Basically, you now have a friend, which Pepe is in its scarecrow costume, and it's going to go ahead and give you a ride along for 60 minutes. And also, if this is your first time finding Pepe, you'll go ahead and get yourself a tiny scarecrow costume item as well, just so you can go ahead and utilize this whenever you want. Next up, we are about to tackle every single candy bucket in game. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up because, I mean, we would be here for hours and hours if I just kept it simple. We're gonna speed it up, ramp it up, play a little bit of music. As you guys know, I like to do that in my videos. And then we're gonna go ahead and showcase to you guys a map. So we're gonna speed run it, show you the map on where they all are located. You can also go ahead and hit up to your achievements and kind of just check out where they are as well. But anyways, before we get into the candy buckets, you're also going to notice in every single inn next to the candy bucket, there is an apple bob. You can bob for apples, and for those of you wondering what that is, you basically just no hand pick up an apple. But sadly, it looks like my dude just getting it with his hands. And it'll go ahead and give you some bobbing apples. These do require Hallows End, so they are not collectible. And it basically just restores health and mana over 25 seconds and must remain seated. So it's something simple. A little bit something extra to do. Nothing too much to it, but we're here for the candy buckets and we're here for the currencies. So let's go.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks
Purple flame on the beat.
One of the things you're going to notice is Tricks or Treats of Castle Gar. Who would have thought? There's a total of 18 brand new locations in the new zones. So let's go ahead and get this done. Alright, the first one is, of course, going to be in the Innkeeper here in Dornagal, which you can see my character there on the screen. Let's go ahead and click on that, giving us a handful of treats. Open up the bag, giving us our currency. Let's go ahead and open up the rest. But again, if you guys want to check out all of the other content that is for the Hallows End, I will be posting in the comment section the other videos and the other guides, so go ahead and check them out. Again, there was an update last year, and there was also the full complete guide as well that I've released 2 years ago that is still stands still today, except for the minor updates that you're getting in this video and of course last year's. But let's get into the rest of the tricky treats. Alright, next one is Rambleshire here, which you can see pinned on my map. Should be inside here because this is where the inn is. Exactamundo. This guy doesn't really have hops, bro. Look how tall, look how freaking tall you are with no hops. Ah, shit. I've been tricked. That means I can't mount up for a bit. Alright, next one, we are here down south at Freewold Village. So let's go ahead and head on into the innkeeper here. These are the kind of annoying ones, I'm not gonna lie, because you gotta go way deep into these buildings. So, gotta pick this one up. And this is actually the last one here at the Isle of Dorn. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next zone. Exactly where you would think the first one is going to be here in the Ringing Deeps is Gundergaz. It is going to be straight into the innkeeper here. Let's go ahead and collect that one, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. We're now here at Shadowvane Point. I'll go ahead and show you guys where that is in just a second. Just here on your map. Bada boom. Alright, next up we are here down south. We are now at Camp Marak. Let's go ahead and head on in. This is where you find that vending machine, by the way. So it's kind of a cool little innkeeper here. Let's go ahead and get this one, and I'll catch you guys, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there should be one more candy basket here in the Ringing Deeps. And now, last but not least, this is the fourth and final candy basket here in the Ringing Deeps. We are down south on your map at Opportunity Point. Now that we have moved on to Hollowfall, first one for me that we're going to be doing is just here at Danelle's Kindness. Let's go ahead and head on over into the inn. Click on the candy bucket and loot it and boot it. Almost dead center on your map, we are here at Laurel's. Let's go ahead and get that one. There should be two more here as well, so catch you guys at the next one, which you can probably guess where we're headed. Like I said, you could probably guess where we're going. We're here at Merodar. Let's head on into the inn. Yes, and there is also just going to be one more left on the way to Aj-Kahet, which is very, very nice because that is the last and final zone that we're going to have after this. You don't come here to Lights too often, but Lights Redoubt. So let's go ahead and collect this one. It's nice that we don't really have to go into a building. Just get the mount up and get out right away. Alright, we have another 4 here in Aj-Kahet. There's actually more than 4, but we're up north here at Farron's Advance. Let's go ahead and collect the first one. I'll give you guys a little bit of a update on what I mean by more than 4, but for now, 4 in Aj-Kahet. Catch you at the next one. Major City, Weaver's freaking lair. Dead center on your map, the main city that you basically do everything at. Rock Bottom Inn, huh? Is that what this is called? I did not know that. It makes total sense now, too, because this is rock bottom of freaking NPCs. I'll give you that much. Last but not least, we are here at Wild Camp on the left-hand side, just basically down from the City of Threads. I did say there was a total of 4 here in Aj-Kahet, but there's also 3 more buckets that you'll find in the City of Threads itself, so let's go ahead and get to the first one. First one in the City of Threads, the major city, or the major building that you see up here up north. Let's go ahead and head on in. The Skittering Lounge it is. Next one's not even inside the inn, it's just here on the rightish side of City of Threads. So, got one more left and we are done. Last but not least, we are here down below. We are in the Burrows. It's the major, basically, building that's down here. You did a lot of the raid quests down here as well. So, this is the final candy basket, giving us the actual achievement for basically all of the brand new zones. Alrighty, so starting off with the brand new quest line, starting off with a ghostly message. You'll get that from the Orphan Matron, whether you're Horde or Alliance, depending on, it doesn't really matter. You'll be getting it from the exact same NPC. This is the quest line that we have all been actually waiting for this event. So let's go ahead and get it going. So we're going to go ahead and have to search for leads along this path. I see some ghostly ghouls, but then we got this dude here. So let's go ahead and click on that. A Shade of Fear. Let's go. So basically this is a brand new quest line. It has never been seen before. This is brand new in 2023. And in order to queue up kind of for the Headless Horseman, the new version of the Headless Horseman, you kind of have to do this quest line. You could try to queue up, but I was waiting in queue for over an hour and I did not get in. So I don't know if that's a bug or whatnot, but I'm gonna say let's go ahead and get this quest line done because this does lead us to the Headless Horseman himself. So let's go ahead and kill the Shade of Deception. We got Tom with us just helping us kill stuff, but I have no clue who this dude is. But yeah, we got a bunch of other people here on site, so let's go ahead and get this quest done. But this is going to be the third and final one, I believe. Susanna confronted, so we're going to have to confront Susanna as well after this, I believe. But yeah, for those of you tuning in, much appreciated. I do apologize for the webcam on this guide. I recorded everything, and guess what? Your boy recorded 0 mic audio. So I have to duplicate the recording, and then that kind of just messes up the chroma key for the webcam. I erased the black, which is kind of why you see kind of the webcam being a little bit pixelated. So I do apologize for that. But let's go ahead and get this one in, turn in this quest, investigate the fountain. So we're going to go ahead and head on over to the Scarlet Monastery Fountain. A quick little investigation here. But again, this is the main quest line. This is the brand new quest line in 2023, Hallows End. This basically just gives us the ability to now, I mean, again, like I said, you could queue up for it. I don't know if you're going to get in, but as long as you complete this quest line and get to the part to where you do have the ability to queue up for the Headless Horseman, then I believe that is where Blizzard Entertainment is going with this. But yeah, in this video, we're going to cover everything that is brand new in 2023. So do not worry, I'll be covering everything, all the new items that you can get. All the cool cosmetics, toys, collectibles, everything, you name it, you'll see it in this video. But please check out the comment section down below. If you haven't already, you'll be able to find the actual guide to our Hallows End event, which basically not much has changed from that. So it is still pretty much 100% guaranteed good to go. Looks like we gotta find some purple orbs throughout the Scarlet Monastery. Find and destroy faux cheese. So let's go ahead and find this next one on the mini map. Alright, cool, we got this one. And then we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, we have to kill a little tortured shade here. I see. But what's cool about this quest line is it actually gives us a take onto the actual event itself. I never really knew who the Headless Horseman was besides a very, very cool Hallows End character. That's all I knew about it. That has absolutely bars after bars in the starting zones. But, and he has a cool dungeon. But, again, this is my favorite event in World of Warcraft, by far. There's nothing that beats this event, and we've just gotten an update to it. And we get a cool new quest line to start us off. So, let's go ahead and finish this one off with this Tortured Shade. And now, I believe we're just going to head on back to the fountain. Return to the ritual site. Woo! Alright, ritual site it is. So, let's go ahead and confront my boy Jerome, who is a part of the Scarlet Crusade. He is the bad dude here, and he's got Sir freaking Tom on locks right now, and my boy Tom is now the Headless Horseman himself. So, Sir Thomas is the Headless Horseman. Look at how cool this freaking character looks, though, bro. Look at how cool the Headless Horseman is. But, yeah, the Scarlet Crusade are the bad peeps. They're the ones that, especially Jerome here, Jerome Hayton. He's the bad one that caused all of this to occur, so it is what it is. That is pretty much the full quest line in its entirety. We're going to go ahead and turn in this quest to my lady here. And then we're going to go ahead and probably have access to the group finder for the Headless Horseman. So let's go ahead and queue up. Alrighty, next up we're going to tackle the dungeon boss, aka the Headless Horseman himself. In order to queue up for the Headless Horseman, just go ahead and head on over to your Dungeons and Raids, get the drop down, toggle Headless Horseman, You will be given a loot-filled pumpkin as well as 23 gold. This loot-filled pumpkin has tons of collectibles and goodies that we will be going over in just a second here. Notorious for his stinginess and dropping his goddamn flying horse mount. You can hear him in the background right now. Absolutely love his rhyming schemes. But the Headless Horseman, basically, it's a 5-player boss located in the graveyard of the Scarlet Monastery. This boss will only spawn for players level 10 and up who have queued up for the encounter, which I've just shown you where you can find that. Once a day per character, the Horseman will drop that loot-filled pumpkin, which contains tons of cool things, which we're about to go over right now. However, they've changed the encounter, so if you haven't played WoW in the past couple of years, you'll notice that there are basically affixes, which can make the boss a little bit harder. Is it hard? No, but there is a total of 4, and once you have all 4, there is going to be a hard mode active. Technically, if you have 1 up, there's a hard mode active, but toggling on these affixes, I'll show you once we're inside on how to do that. They'll basically just give the boss a couple of extra buffs and damage increases and such, and there's some achievements to go along with it. But other than that, boss is pretty simple. His normal gear drops are going to be the 4 rings with different stats on them. The eye level of these rings changes every single time this event is out, so just go ahead and be on the lookout for that. In addition to Tricky Treats, which is the in-game concurrency, you can get the Horseman's Sinister Slicer, which is the first item that you can see here. And it also comes with an on-use ability, which summons pumpkin soldiers to burn your foes. You'll also be able to find the Horseman's Horrific Hood, which also has an on-use ability, which lets the Horseman laugh through you, but it is still a cool cosmetic. You'll also be able to get the Horseman's Reins, aka the mount that will just never, ever drop for me. And the Horseman's Reins, like, why? Just why? Why don't I have it? Do you know how long it's been since I've been doing this event? It's absolutely crazy. There's also going to be a new mount this year. Sadly, we don't have access to it on the freaking mount journal, but it is exactly like the Headless Horseman's Hallowed Charger, but it is taking the fell color from the Headless Horseman mount and making basically this mount green. Also be able to find the Magic Broom, which is an on-use item. It also works as a mount, and it is an instant cast mount, so it's very, very useful during the event, and it only lasts during the event, so it's not an actual mount, it's an on-use item. You'll also be able to find Arthas, which is an in-game companion pet, if I can find him. Another item that I does not have, but hopefully we get it this year. You'll also be able to see the Sinister Swashling companion pet, which is like the OG pumpkin. You'll also be able to get the Hallowed Helm, which is a cosmetic-only helm. If I can go to Warlock, and I can find it right there, it is an all-time usage for a pumpkin, but sadly only works during the event. You'll also be able to get a Windborn Velocity Drake Hallows End armor, which we're going to go ahead and show you what that looks like now. Alrighty, we are here to show you the Drake, basically, armor for Hallows End. We are here with the Windborn Velocity Drake. Let me go ahead and take off the actual armor that he already has on to showcase to you guys the Hallows End armor, which, as you can see, applies a saddle with a pumpkin on its back. And it's not too bad. I mean, it's not the greatest. This cosmetics for Drake's thing was like a Dragon Isles expansion type of vibe, but it is still a drop nonetheless and a collectible, so if you want it, it is there. Last but not least, there's a brand new ensemble that got dropped in 2025, which is called the Horseman's Ghoulish Collection. There's 9 pieces to drop individually, and each piece is an automatic 100% drop rate. So every first kill of the day is going to give you one of the 9 pieces, and basically it's going to take you 9 attempts to get the whole set. And it's very, very cool. It's a new set. You'll be able to find a helm, shoulders, a back piece. You'll also be able to get some legs, waist, and a chest piece. You'll also be able to get a helm, gloves, as well as some feet. So, very, very cool. There's 2 different helms to go with it, but other than that, it is a very awesome looking collection, and it is going to be a full set called the Horseman's Ghoulish Collection. Alright, upon entering on the left-hand side, you can go ahead and toggle on all of these basically affixes. There is a total of 4 to go ahead and click on to toggle on some sort of a hard mode. It's not really hard, it's not difficult, but again, there's a total of 4. Let's go! Let's go! Get me over there before they start. There we go. Alright, so now we've toggled on hard mode. We got all the affixes. We got all the negative things that are supposed to happen to us, but as you can already see, the boss is dead. I don't know if or when they're ever going to buff this thing ever again, but it is what it is. Wish me luck. I'm going to go ahead and open one of these on video for you guys. Loot-filled pumpkins. I'm hoping we get something. Ooh. Well, yeah, we got one of the 9 cosmetic. So we're back. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest, and that is the full quest line. Alrighty, my favorite thing of any in-game event, and that's the vendors, because that's, my friends, where you're gonna collect all the goodies. We're gonna start off with the simple ones. We got a wand vendor here. The wand vendor, basically for 2 tricky treats, you'll be able to purchase an abundance of wands. All these wands are actually collectible and do not require Hallows End to keep, so if you're interested outside of the event, you can go ahead and store these in your storage. Next up, you'll see that there is a mask vendor. I believe all of these masks do require Hallows End. Some of them do give you buffs, and then some of them are just simply masks. And yes, they do all require Hallows End. So if you are to collect any of these masks, sadly, you will only be able to utilize these for the duration of the event. Once the event is completed, you won't be able to use them again. Next up, we have the pet vendor. Starting off with the Sinister Squashling. Again, some of these pets you can get from the dungeon. You've got the Feline Familiar. You also have the Widget the Departed. You have the Cursed Vermin. You also have my favorite, Naxi, one of the coolest pets, and it's actually pretty good in PvP. You'll also be able to collect the Mad Alchemist costume for your Perky Pug companion, the Little Starlet costume. You'll also be able to get the Yip Sarone's costume, as well as the Ominous Pet Treat. And last but not least, we have here probably the most important vendor of them all. Starting off with, of course, the Bind on Account upgrades. You'll also be able to get the Headless Horseman's Hearthstone, one of my favorite. You'll also be able to get the Horsetail costume toy, as well as the Horsehead costume toy. You'll also be able to get another toy called the Little Wickerman, and this does count as a campfire. You'll also be able to purchase the Magic Broom, but I strongly don't suggest because it's pretty easy to get and requires Hallows End, so it's not really a collectible. You get the Toothpick, which is a collectible, but it's also utilized for an achievement. Same with the G-Nerds, however, it is not a collectible because it requires Hallows End, just like the rest of the candies. You can get the Soothing Spearmint Candy, the Pyrobast Cinnamon Ball, the Chewy Fell Taffy. There's also some exquisite costume sets. You've got Xavius here. You have the costume set for Grommash. You have the costume set for Deathwing, as well as the Lich King. These costume sets are extremely expensive and have 50 charges. You'll also be able to get the Hollowed Helm, which is a pumpkin cosmetic. You'll also be able to get the Bucket of Morbid Treats, which is a very cool offhand. You'll also be able to get the Prowler's Faded Shoulder Cape, which is the grayish shoulder cape. You'll also be able to get the Ensemble of the Prowler's Faded Headgear, which is the headgear that goes with the cape. You'll also be able to get the Patched Harvest Golem's Post, which is a back bling. You'll also be able to get the Patched Harvester's Claw, which is a fist weapon that you can see here that's kind of like a Harvest Golem's Claw. You'll also be able to get the Patched Harvest Golem's Pauldrons. You'll also be able to get the Patched Harvest Golem's Pants. These were available, for those of you wondering, on the drops from the boss, but they have recently added them to the vendor. You'll also be able to get the Golem's Gloves, which, For some reason, I can't see them. You'll also be able to get the Golem's chest. You'll also be able to get the boots. Also be able to get the belt. And you'll also be able to get the helm. And then upon putting all of these on, it is a full Harvest Golems set, which you can see here. Next up, you'll also be able to get the Horseman's Ghoulish Bulwark, which is a new shield cosmetic, and it looks super fantastic. Sadly, I have a Warlock, I don't use those. You'll also be able to get a one-handed sword, the Horseman's Ghoulish Blade, which is also new this year. Looks very, very cool. And of course, a two-handed version of that blade as well. Alrighty, next up, we are going to go over all of the possible achievements that you can get for this event. Starting off with Tricks and Treats of Kazalgar. As already shown, you just basically got to go ahead and visit all of the candy buckets in the latest Kazalgar zones. Next up is going to be Tricks and Treats of the Dragon Owls, the exact same thing. Kicking with the Wick. Defeat the Headless Horseman while cursed by all 4 Wickermen. As I showed you guys in the dungeon, there was 4 affixes and 4 Wickermen that you can go ahead and toggle on. That's what's going to grant you that achievement. A Cleansing Fire, defeat the Headless Horseman himself. G-Nerd Rage, earn 10 honorable kills while under the influence of G-Nerd buff. It's a slap to the face. So basically, my strongest bet is you get the G-Nerd candy, apply the buff by eating said G-Nerd candy, and then just go ahead and head on into some sort of a 40-man PvP battleground. A Frightening Friend. Find Pepe wearing a spooky scarecrow costume as shown when we were at the garrisons. The Masquerade. Get transformed by the hollowed wands listed below. So get someone with those wands to go ahead and toggle. Check your head. Use weighted jack-o'-lanterns to put pumpkin heads on each of the races below. Sinister Calling. This is to obtain a Sinister Squashling Pet and Hollowed Helm through looting or tricky treats from the Hallows End. You cannot go ahead and get this in any other way. You do have to actually loot them. A Mask for all occasions. Basically collect all the in-game masks. Tricks and Treats of Pandaria, which is the candy buckets of Pandaland. That Sparkling Smile. Basically show off your sparkling smile by using a toothpick. Out with it, eat so many tricky treats that you get an upset tummy, and yes, that is your tricky treats currency. Trick and Treats of Northrend, candy buckets of Northrend, same theme for Outland. You've got Kalimdor, you've also got Cataclysm, and of course, Eastern Kingdoms. Trick or Treat is just going to be your first trick or treat of the candy buckets. The Savior of Hallows End, complete one of the quests to save a village from the Headless Horseman, which was the Headless Horseman event that we did in Brill. Rotten Hollow, ruin Hollow's End for the Alliance, and foil their attempts to wreck the Horde celebration by completing the following quests. So these are the 4 dailies that I showed you earlier that we tackled just behind me here. The Mask Task, you just gotta obtain a mask during the Hollow's End. Don't lose your head, man. Defeat any version, of the Headless Horseman, so you don't need any affixes for that one. And then, of course, your Tricks or Treats of Azeroth, which is Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, and Outland as a meta achievement. And upon completing that, you will be granted another meta achievement, Hallowed Be Thy Name, which will give you the title, The Hallowed. Team, if you have any questions, let me know. I know there is a lot to do in this event, but it is extremely fun, and then once you get the hang of it, it is pretty straightforward and easy from there on out. Please subscribe if you're new, like the video, and share, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.